good evening. We are back with some Last Stop. I don't have to give Slothy his cookies. I remembered at the end of last stream. So we are going to resume. We are in chapter 5. I believe we've got one character left. And then if Petito is correct, we've got 2 more chapters, and theoretically we should be done tonight. Confessions of a Kidnapper. So that leads me to believe we might find out what Alan's deal is. So that's good. Arma! Lurking at the moment, working on some stuff IRL, but hope you've had a good week, Panda. Arma, I appreciate the lurk. Hopefully you don't have too much IRL stuff to deal with. Because you gotta have some part of your evening to just chill, right? But I appreciate you swinging by. Hopefully we'll see you before stream's end. And if not, I appreciate you. Alright, let's jump in.
The next station is Saltcellar Lane.
Previously on Last Stop.
Yeah,
Oi, Viv! What the hell are you doing?
Are you alright?
okay, remember that.
Who was meant to be guarding him?
You were. You are truly losing it.
Donna, don't pretend you don't want to be here. I know you.
Mum's ill. I need to be spending time with her.
Now, I wonder if her story would have ended there
Can you get here?
if we had deleted that picture of him. Because I'm pretty sure I had the option to at that point. Confessions of a Kidnapper. Oh, right, the hospital.
I need to stretch my legs. Do you want anything from the machine?
No.
I just can't believe this. How does something like this happen? She was fine the other day.
She hasn't been well, Donna.
Yeah, but nothing serious like this.
What if they're going to say what she's
Are you
actually
two Miss Adelake's daughters?
Yeah, that's right. How is
going
she?
through?
She's resting now, but she is stable.
So she's going to be okay?
We'll know more when we get the test results back, but that won't be until tomorrow. In the meantime, the doctor has requested that we postpone any visitors until tomorrow, just so she can get her strength.
What if that's too late?
What if she doesn't make it till morning?
Hey, calm down. Let's go, okay?
Fine.
Oh, please don't get into a fight. Okay. I mean, not that Emma breaking down is any better, but I really don't want these two to fight right now.
Mum didn't want you to know. I thought you should, and I tried to tell you, but I just wasn't very good at it. I'm sorry, Donna.
Okay.
No, you did try and tell me, and I just palmed it off like it was nothing. Maybe if I'd spent more time around the house than with that stupid man.
What man?
Oh, no. Now's not the time.
Doesn't matter.
No. Tell me what you were about to say. Have you got into some trouble?
He's a
It
friend.
happened a few weeks ago, but it's fine. I know him now. He won't go to the police.
That is not what I expected her to
Talking about
say.
the police. What have you done?
Let's not do
You
this.
don't need to talk about this now. Please.
Donna, listen to me. Tell me exactly what's going on. Where is this man you're talking about?
Alright, I guess we're doing this. Come on then.
Okay. I'll show you.
And now Emma's gonna disappear.
So go over it again.
One night, on the way way home from netball practice, I realised someone was following me. A strange man.
That's not how it went down.
And he attacked you,
Yeah.
and you ended up in the swimming pool.
Well, yeah. He ran away. He stole my phone.
And that's where you tied him up.
Yeah, you know, citizen's arrest.
Oh, she's making up a story.
Stupid. You could have got yourself killed. Why didn't you call me straight away?
You know why.
And get a bollocking? No thanks.
You should have told me, Donna.
Oh, we're walking again. Potato! I'm ready for some wry British humor. I don't know if you're going to get any British humor here. We're kind of hitting the apex of everyone's story right now. I think it's just going to be drama and sadness. So, grab some popcorn or cookies.
What is it?
Tell her the truth.
I haven't been entirely truthful with you.
What do you mean?
He didn't steal my phone. I broke into the pool to spy on him.
You broke in. And that's when he attacked you.
Not quite.
The other way around?
You attacked him. Shit, Donna, that's assault. GBH.
Happened
It
so
was
fast.
self-defense. I thought he was an alien.
This is getting ridiculous.
What do you want to bet that Emma disappears before the end of her chapter's done?
Stay here. I need to see what you've done.
I'll come with you. He only speaks to me.
How am I going to explain this to the Sarge?
Hang on, I guess.
You're not going to report this, are you?
Potato question. So, I'm used to Telltale games with this structure of gameplay, so I don't know if it works the same way here. If I let time run out, do I stay silent? Or does it randomly pick? Meh, still better than EastEnders. I don't know what that means, because I'm uncultured. But yeah, if I let time run out, will I remain silent, or does the game just pick an option for me? Because that's the main reason why I haven't let time run out. No, you never tried that before. Oh, okay. I should have tried there then. At some point, if I don't like all the responses, or I should say any of the responses, I will see what happens. I don't like the idea of the game picking for me. That's the main reason why I haven't tried. But I guess we'll find out.
I'm a police constable. I can't just cover this up like in some movie. What did you think I was gonna do?
Okay, we'll find out now.
Wait a second. It was bullshit. A story. I
Okay.
made it up.
It randomly picks.
Wait here.
Or,
What are you doing? Get off of me.
at the very least, it picks option number 1.
Just shut the hell up and stay here.
Come back. Emma, please.
Do you want me to... What is this? Oh, okay. I didn't know what it was trying to do there at first. Strong as an ox. Oh, okay.
Emma!
I mean, you knew that he was going out and about. You saw him.
You made it all up. Why?
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Just left her in the cuffs.
Give me your hands.
Oh.
I need my handcuffs back.
Do what she says.
Stay still.
Emma.
Emma, talk to me.
Do you not get it? Mum's dying, and we're out here playing one of your games.
I don't like any of these.
I'm sorry. I think there's something wrong with me.
The problem
They
is,
misspelled with.
Emma, I don't think I can believe anything you say.
I mean, it's not really mean. She kind of has a point.
Please, Emma. I messed up. I'm sorry.
I'm going to be at the hospital. Join me if you want. I don't care anymore.
And there he is. Probably for the
I should
best.
be angry. But I think you actually saved me by not being here a moment ago.
What's happened, Donna?
What do you want?
What do you want?
To be your friend.
Friends?
Friends don't keep friends hostage. I don't know if I've got any friends left.
What do you mean?
Something isn't right.
I don't know. Something feels weird. Empty. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can't stay here anymore. This has run its course. You're free to go.
This is about your mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's dying. In fact, she's almost gone.
Bye.
Yeah. And that's why I'm done with this. Goodbye.
If you want my help, you only have to ask.
Yeah, how could you
You're not
help?
a doctor. What could you possibly do?
What do you have to lose? Ask me.
She could lose her mother. She might think she's orphaned or something because of you. Oh, what is this? The last time we got a view like this, Ainsley, or whatever her name was, disappeared. Emma's fiance. Oh god, he actually did it too. What is this guy's deal? EastEnders is a British soap opera. I only know about it because I've seen it on PBS. I would not have known that. Alright, good to know. So I'm guessing that's like a region of London or something. Kind of like how there's neighborhoods that are named within New York. I'm guessing it's something to that effect. Alright, let's see if John/Jack survived his heart attack.
The next station is Platt Square.
Previously on Last Stop.
I know about your predicament. Come see me, the Vape Lord.
Frank has been searching everywhere for you. The guy that cursed you on the tube platform a couple of weeks ago?
He did this.
I'm going to need a little bit of time to prepare. Write your number down and I'll give you a buzz.
Jack's leaving us.
Now that you're sorted with your job and everything, I figured this would be a good time for me to move on.
Molly is going to end up in foster care if you go.
Dad!
A friend in need. Same hospital.
Hello, you came in with Mr. Smith, is that right? Your family?
Where's Jack? I want to see him.
We are family.
Yeah, we're family. Molly here is his daughter.
Okay. I'm afraid the situation's quite serious. We've taken him into ICU. If you'd like to wait in the waiting room, we'll let you know if there are any updates.
We want to see him.
How
How
serious?
serious? You survived one of these before, you know.
If there are any other family members that you need to contact, now would be the time to inform them.
But he's going to be okay.
That does
I'm
not
afraid
sound...
It's too early to tell. He may not make it through the night.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Thank you. I'll let him know.
I wonder if she's going to call Shaz. Or if he's going to call Shaz.
Jack's going to die.
We don't know.
We don't know that.
It's not fair. He's only sick because he's in your body. I shouldn't have made you eat all those chicken dippers.
It's not your
This
fault.
is not your fault, Molly. If it's anyone's, it's mine.
I don't want Jack to die. I like him. And if he does, they'll take me away, won't they?
I like
I
him
like
too.
him too. You're not going anywhere.
Like the 6 municipalities of Toronto, yes. Vape Lord, alright, we're ready to go. Make sure you're here within the next half hour. We can't hang around.
Molly, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna go and save Jack.
Wait, are you gonna abandon the child in the hospital so that you can go visit the Vape Lord?
I just need to pop downstairs for a minute. Can you look after my daughter while I'm gone, please?
Sure. I'll keep an eye on her.
Okay. Alright. I wouldn't have said pop downstairs.
Shaz, leave a message.
Shaz, it's Jack. Listen, John's in hospital. I need you to come over when you get this, please. The nurse will explain everything. Thanks, Shaz. You've been a good friend.
Oh. Boost!
I'm not gonna let you die!
Yep, just yell that into the world. I imagine they would both need to be there though, wouldn't they?
I can do this.
Like, call them up, tell them what's happened, see if they can come down to the hospital to do this. Yoink.
You're cutting it fine. Thought you were a no-show.
Can't dawdle.
I haven't got much time. Are we going or what?
Come on, this way. You know, there's a lot of history in this little vape shop. It's been in the family for years. Yeah, we've sold all sorts here. Before e-liquids took off, we were a laundrette. Cobble shoes, sold dirty magazines, anything really. Technically Frank owns the place, but he's never here. He said he was doing me a favour, you know, letting me run the place and all, but I think he just doesn't like the smell of the stuff. It's weird that, isn't it? How some people don't like the smell of things.
Okay. I'm not going to ask for specifics. At the very beginning of this game, there were two teenagers that were running through the subway station. Pete, and I don't remember the girl's name, unfortunately, who ran into, I guess they're talking about Frank. With the remaining amount of game that we have left, are we going to find out what happened? Is that going to be referenced or talked about or resolved in some fashion before the end of this game? Don't get into any specifics though. I'm just curious, Potato. Like, is it The prologue will come back. Okay, alright. That's all I needed to know, because I assumed that it would have made a comeback in some fashion. But we're in chapter 6 and nothing has been said about this. So I'm guessing it's going to come at the very last second or something. I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's carry on.
Me, I bloody love this stuff.
What was her name? Did they actually say in the prologue? I remember Pete. I cannot for the life of me remember what if they said her name and what her name is. I think, but I forgot. Okay. The main reason why I'm asking is I'm wondering if maybe it's at least been name dropped throughout the game. And there's been hints or something. Alright, let's carry on. Oh, okay. Oh, no, we can steer them. Directions are weird.
What the heck is this place?
So I feel like I haven't properly explained this. Are you okay travelling to the other side of the galaxy?
What?
What the heck is this?
It's the portal! You want to see Frank? This is the only way!
Not what I expected.
The other side of the galaxy? Are you crazy?
Look, we don't have time. It won't wait for you. I thought you were up for this.
Let's do it.
Okay, alright. What do I do?
Now it's very important. Here are your travel tokens. One for getting in, one for getting out. Do not lose them, okay? You won't get back otherwise. Now when you arrive, you're going to want to try and find Frank's shop. He'll know who you are.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. By the way, what's your name?
I already told you. It's Fake Lord. Get going.
Alright, apparently that's his name. Oh, come on, John. You had one job. That was fast. Oh, no. I actually dread going into Mina's episodes at this point. Alright. No point in dawdling. Let's get this done.
Previously on Last Stop.
This is your final chance.
I didn't send the damn note. Stay away from my dad. He doesn't
Oh,
need you.
What the
here's
hell
my
is this
theory.
here?
Had a break-in.
I think it's Dan that left the
For a
note.
term of driving licence?
That blackmail note was obviously you as well, wasn't it?
If you're being blackmailed, I ain't the one doing the blackmailing.
Put the gun down, drop it now.
Amy?
Crap, this really hurts.
Wait a minute. You're the one who sent me that note.
No, she's not. Please don't be in her apartment. Please do not be in her apartment. Or outside of it. Or anywhere near it. Okay, here we go. Guess what? What? You're trying to time it so that it was gonna pop up, aren't you? We're at her place, aren't we? Oh God, Mina, you're driving me nuts. I see tennis courts. Wait, this looks like her home. No, it doesn't. Oh, God, Mina, what is wrong with you? You're inside her apartment. She's not even using gloves.
have you got on me?
Nothing. She has nothing on you because Dan left it out there so that you would drive yourself crazy. And it worked. You're going to lose everything. That's my theory. I'm sticking with it. Wait, what? God, I hate that we're in first person as well. I thought I saw something say open over here, but I can't seem to find it now. Of course, I can't just leave. Everything is closed. I hate every second of this. I mean, there's paperwork in there. You would figure she would want to go through it, but okay, I guess not. Pick up.
Someone's been doing some digging.
Local schoolboy praised for honesty. Local hero, Dylan Hughes from Cherry Tree Primary soon. Okay, so this is her kid. Apples fallen far from the tree. Interesting political leanings. Doesn't seem consistent with his daughter's outlook. What a weird family. Samir Patel. Vote against the bomb, 1982. That's the same year as the prologue. I do remember that. Peckham by-election. Okay, I'm not going to read. I was going to read the actual articles themselves, but I guess we don't need to go to that extent. Teacher climbs Nepal peak for charity. 6,000 meter climb will raise money for local hospital. 6,000 meters. That's what, 60 kilometers? If my math is not completely horrible. Dan Hughes, 35, an English teacher. Okay, yeah, so this is Dan. Total whitewash, if only they knew the real story. Hostages rescued in Kandahar. Recent joint British and American operation in Kandahar province saw the recovery of several coalition prisoners who had been taken hostage. The mission, referred to as Operation Bloodhound, is reported to have involved a number of special forces units, including personnel from the Special Air Service. Several suspected insurgents were killed in the helicopter-led assaults on the stronghold in Kandahar province, where hundreds of Taliban had massed in preparation for conducting attacks, a coalition spokesman said. It was a successful operation conducted by our forces and all hostages have been released, the spokesperson commented. The kidnapping of foreigners has become relatively common in parts of Afghanistan since the collapse of the Taliban government in 2001. This is actually some serious real-life stuff going on here. I'm reading the actual article itself, and I could have brought this up. Pin in your fancy metric system, you know it. Trust me, it's going really downhill from here. I'm not surprised. I'm assuming you're talking specifically about Mina's story and not the game at large, right? Her family is great, and she does stupid things like this. Yeah. Okay, so let's quickly go through the other articles. Local schoolboy praised for honesty. A local school child has been praised for his honesty after handing in a lost wallet full of money. Dylan Hughes, 8, found the wallet whilst playing in Hogarth Park. Dylan handed the wallet in to blah, blah, blah. Local councillor Andrew Westfield presented Dylan with a certificate of recognition and a small prize. Oh, nice. Dylan's form tutor, Tamara Adelecki, which is the teacher And the mother that just vanished out of thin air remarked that she was very proud of Dylan for. And that ends there. Okay. So this is, I guess, the editorial letter written in by Mina's father. Area Secretary Samir Patel, dear friends. Maybe. I don't know. Dear friends, we all know how important it is that we, CND, what does CND actually stand for? I don't know. We, CND, continue to increase the pressure on government, whichever party is returned to power. An ever-increasing majority of the population is opposed to Cruz and Trident. We must ensure that their views are brought fully to national government. We must make a declaration to the people of Britain and to the people of the world that our issue, nuclear disarmament, cannot and must not be isolated and suffered along with the rest. This weekend's rally will be decisive. Continuing on page 2. Amy's comment, interesting political leanings, doesn't seem consistent. Yeah, I already read that. Okay, let's read the teacher's climb, I guess. A recently married teacher from West London will soon attempt to climb a Nepalese mountain to raise money for his nearby hospital. Dan Hughes, 35. This is 2002? No, the 2002 is for the hostages rescued. I don't know what year this is. Well, it's saved where I left off. Okay. Where am I at here? Dan Hughes, 35, an English teacher at Dunstan Academy, will start his expedition in the Himalayas next month. His 2-week expedition aims to raise money for the local hospital's pediatric wing. Dan Hughes said his wife has been an inspiration for undertaking the adventure, which is Mina. Yeah, my wife, Mina, used to be in the armed services and has been all over the world doing her bit to help others. I felt it was my turn to follow her lead, take a risk, and give something back, he said. I've always been interested in climbing, but never on this scale before, he added. Dan and his wife, Mina, are expecting their first child later this year, so this is about 8.5 years ago. I think he said he was 8.5. Local boy, is there a date on that? No. What year? Did it ever say what year this was supposed to take place in? I remember it said present day. But I half expected him to get himself killed, Dan's wife remarked. Wow, optimistic. A website has been set up where you can sponsor, and then I read all that already. Oh, that's it. Put back. Wait, if I take something... Here, we'll close it. Oh god, why are there so many drawers? Pick up.
She must have hacked into the system. These are confidential. She doesn't have clearance.
Comprehensive report, Mina Hughes, evaluation session A2. Actually, you bring up a great point. If the mother disappeared, how is she still mentioned in that article? Boy, someone screwed up at the editing department. Depends on the timing. We don't know when the mother disappeared in relation to when Mina's doing her little B&E. So theoretically, she might still be existing at this particular moment in time. Where am I at here? Lead interviewer's notes. Project Lead Hale has requested a further round of psychological evaluations for select candidates. As with the previous round, standard methodologies are being used. A face-to-face interview and observation session were conducted with Mina Hughes. Oh, I'm reading the wrong friggin' one. Comprehensive report, Mina Hughes, evaluation session A1. Lead interviewer notes. At the request of project leader Peter Hale. They never said his last name, but interesting. His name is Peter. Oh, this is the level 6 guy. Was he the one that stole the cop's hat then? that didn't end up disappearing? At the request of Project Lead Peter Hale, candidates are receiving full-spectrum psychological evaluations using Q3D's standard psychodiagnostic methodology. A face-to-face interview and observation session were conducted with Mina Hughes. The nature and purpose of the evaluation was withheld from Miss Hughes, Mrs., as per... Actually, I don't know. I would assume over in Britain, Miss and Mrs. is used in the same way it's used in North America, wouldn't it? She should still be considered Mrs. Hughes. Anyways, redundant, moving on. As per Project Lead's stipulation, subject demonstrated extreme reluctance to cooperate during the interview, treating the process and the interviewers with contempt and discourtesy. Subject Hughes clearly feels the test process is beneath her and that she is to be held to a different standard to other members of the organization. Our initial conclusion is that while Subject Hughes is highly intelligent, driven, and a natural problem solver, she's also a classic narcissist, is devious, and likely a compulsive liar, and is unsuited to tasks which rely heavily on empathy or compassion. This is a very, very accurate assessment. Given our findings and her lack of cooperation, we have failed Subject Hughes on this occasion. Furthermore, it is our belief that she is pathologically unsuited to a collaborative work environment, is untrustworthy, and poses a risk to the smooth running of this organization. A comprehensive analysis can be found in the accompanying documentation. Okay, now let's read the second one. Evaluation Session A2. Project Lead Hale has requested a further round of psychological evaluations for select candidates. As with the previous round, standard methodologies are being used. A face-to-face interview and observation session were conducted with Mina Hughes. We were concerned to note that Subject Hughes' condition has deteriorated markedly since her previous interview. Although uncooperative in the previous session, the subject has found at all times to be lucid and coherent. However, in this most recent interview, Subject Hughes appeared agitated and distracted throughout, and was unable to provide complete or provide satisfactory responses to many of the test questions. Our conclusion would be that the interviewee is currently experiencing extreme stress to a degree that it is affecting her rational decision-making. In this state, we would consider her judgment impaired and would recommend a period of recuperative leave combined with referral to a medical professional. We have again had to fail Subject Hughes, awarding her a lower total score than in her previous interview. Given her disposition, should her stress condition not improve, we would be concerned she may resort to irrational, self-destructive behavior or even violence. Nail, meat, head. No, that's not how that goes, but you know what I'm trying to say. This is exactly correct. And yet they did nothing. Peen! Welcome on, Skip. How are you doing? We're just reading, well, we've broken into somebody's place. That's the long short of it. We're breaking into things. Can't open that one. Pick up. Theater house. Sorry, one sec, guys. Okay, sorry about that. No, not nail her head. Not good. I'm passing gas and my wife is suffocating. Well, stop passing gas. Actually, don't do that. That's not healthy. Run to the bathroom, seal the doors, and just live in there for the next hour. There you go. I hope you feel better, though, Skip, seriously. Alright, Theater House, established 1844. The Absent Guest, Part 3. A play in 5 parts by the Proper Play Collective. We pick up where we left off. Sarah and Alfred continue their conversation on where their guest could possibly be. What will they uncover? Tickets are £25. I see other windows there. Why aren't you looking through them? Whatever. moving on. Oh, open. Open. There you go. Oh, dang it. Nothing in there of note. Is this one of those beds that has... No, that's just the style. I half expected these to be surveillance pictures, but I guess this is just supposed to be artwork. Very reminiscent of Life is Strange. All that's missing is Max's face. Alright. I don't think there'd be anything in here, but... yeah. That's what I figured. Did I go through this already? Yeah, I did. Okay, I think that's it for this room. Let's go put our fingerprints in a different room. Interesting. I wonder if there's like a Dexter scenario where there's like a grate. I have to try one more time. That has like secrets in the grate or something like that. I don't expect to find anything in the bathroom, but you never know. Okay, yeah, it's just a bathroom. That I can't seem to leave. Oh, so there is more to this place. I was starting to think this was like a tiny apartment scenario. Oh, there's so many things to go through. I'm not that considerate. Okay, sorry. Alright, let's see what this is. Miss...
tapped my phone. These go
That's
way
what she
back.
said.
There's so many things to go through. Nah, I'm not giving you that one. That one's vague enough. Mistopheles. Mr. Mistopheles. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay. But it's spelled almost phonetically. With a very curious looking cat emote or something. Alright, anyways. Q3D Internal Security Communications. Intercept. Subject Mina Hughes. Data. SMS/portable telephone. Authorized by Peter Hale. Okay. So this is... oh, Felix! Oh, dang. Mrs. Hughes, thanks for bringing Dylan in today. His ear infection appears much improved. Good news. Keep an eye on things and make an appointment if you have any concerns. Always a pleasure to see you both. Dr. Ajibullah. I don't know how to pronounce that. Doctor, it's Mina Hughes. Do you have a private number I can reach you on? It's important. Hi, Mina. It's Felix. This is my personal number. Is this about Dylan? I don't usually talk to patients directly like this. Oh, direct like this, sorry. If you need advice, please call 111 or visit A&E if it's an emergency. Oh, I lost my spot. There we go. Mina. Dylan's fine, actually, Felix. I was wondering if you could help me with something. Felix. Of course, Mrs. Hughes. If you call this surgery tomorrow morning, we can set up an appointment. Don't be so formal. Hey, I have a gift for you. And it's an image, okay. Fresh out the shower. Like what you see, we should get together. Oh my god, Mrs. Hughes. Wow, but we can't do this. I'm your GP. I'm flattered, though, believe me. Okay. Just out of interest, when were you thinking? He changed his mind literally like a little over an hour later. Oh my god. I can't help but... So I've been able to leave everything else I've been reading, but I am forced to take this. Why? Mr. Mistopheles, 1992. Is there another computer somewhere I need to check? Okay, nothing else there. I'm being thorough. I mean, we're here and we're going to get screwed over, so we may as well get the full story if we can. Pardon me. I'm guessing these are just all, like, books. Oh, they're DVDs. I'm guessing that's supposed to be like Jurassic Park or something. But not actually Jurassic Park, because that would be illegal. Nothing there. Apparently she's a smoker. Oh no.
How the hell did she get this?
Ministry of Defense. Okay, we'll read through that in a sec. Let me catch up here. Whoa, sexy pics. Alright, from Mr. W.S. August, Directorate of Army Staff, Ministry of Defense, and address. Dear Major General Cranthorne, I am writing to confirm that Sergeant Meena Patel will be seeking early retirement from the British Armed Forces on medical grounds. She will be ending her service effective immediately. Your staff will be notified of any transport arrangements by telephone. Pardon me. In her time in the British Army, Sergeant Patel has conducted herself in the finest traditions of the service and will no doubt be seen as an exemplary role model for future servicemen and women. Of particular note is her time serving with the 22nd Special Air Service Regiment. Most significantly, her recent contribution to Operation Bloodhound during the 2001 invasion of Afghanistan, where out of 8 soldiers, she was the sole survivor of her squadron. Oh, I can only imagine what implications that has. Bloodhound was an extremely challenging mission involving the recovery of hostages from a heavily fortified compound deep behind enemy lines. Patel's heroic efforts ensured a minimum of civilian casualties and the safe recovery of all hostages. She is a credit to her unit. Patel exits the armed forces after 6 years of distinguished service. We wish her every success as she returns to civilian life. I acknowledge that it is unconventional for a garrison commander to be notified of a personnel change in this manner. It has been necessary to break with the normal protocols in this instance on the special instruction of the Army Board. Yours sincerely, Directorate of Army Staff. Okay, so Ministry of Defense, Whitehall, London, SW1, I'm guessing is like a region within Britain. Alright, so this is September 24th, 2002. Dear Army Sergeant Major Christopher Lawson. That name doesn't ring any bells. Thank you for your private letter of September 2nd in regards to confidential inquiry into the events of Operation Bloodhound. I have taken the time to review the findings personally and must say I am utterly unsatisfied with the inquiry's conclusions, in particular as they relate to the conduct and actions of Sergeant Meena Patel. Christopher, I'll be frank with you. Bloodhound is a monumental disaster, and the Americans are breathing down my neck over this. The PM is furious. PM is Prime Minister, for anyone that doesn't know. What was Patel thinking? I know you chaps in the SAS... Did they say what SAS stood for? No. Somebody of the military over there anyways. I know you chaps in the SAS pick these people for their initiative, but we don't expect them to act like bloody one-woman armies. According to the report, in the space of 40 minutes, what was meant to be a covert reconnaissance mission to assess the status of our missing people resulted in the effective loss of SAS H Squadron, the loss of an entire U.S. Navy SEAL team, and an as yet unidentified number of Afghan civilians killed or wounded, all because Patel's reckless decision to deviate from orders and proceed with a rescue. Your Sergeant Patel appears to have decided to play the hero and take matters entirely into her own hands. She rescued the hostages, I grant you, but my word, the reputational damage she has done, not to mention the cost in lives. Heads need to roll for this, and I'll be damned if mine is one of them. As I see it, Patel's career is finished. We'll have to spin this as a success, of course. I don't want the media getting a whiff of what a cock-up this has been. As far as our messaging is concerned, Patel saved the day, but I want her as far from public scrutiny and the British Armed Forces as can be arranged. See that it's done, and make sure to remind her of her obligations under the Official Secrets Act. I wonder if that's actually what it's called. The Official Secrets Act. My God, Chris, what a shit show. Yours, Secretary of State for Defense. Alright, so this must have been, I think this was the original, 24th of September, 2002. And the one above was not dated, because of course not. So I'm guessing this letter resulted in what is effectively this discharge letter. That's what it definitely seems like. Alright, we're going to stop reading, and apparently we have to take this as well. Oh! There is dates. It's just not said in the abbreviated version. So the first letter was October 15th of 2002. So yeah, this was about 3 weeks. There's about 3 weeks time difference in between both these letters. Aren't Canadian postal codes similar to the UK? I have no idea. Let me see. HR47DD. Same structure, but different alphanumeric combination. So, like, ours goes letter, number, letter, number, letter, number. Whereas theirs, it looks like it's letter, letter, number, number, letter, letter. So, kind of like, this is a thing here. I assume that there's something similar in the States. You know how license plates... There's a specific format for cars, regular vehicles, and then there's a specific format of license plate for trucks, depending on the class of truck and stuff like that. Similar kind of scenario. Anyways, it was a weird comparison, but in my mind it worked. Apparently I have to take this, so let's take it. Oh, we have a key! I got way too excited about the key. That means we can go into the locked room, which I'm assuming is like a study of some sort. Let's go through the dishware, right? No! Please close that, thank you. I did not actually expect to find paperwork in one of these. Didn't matter. Yeah, just a regular pantry. Okay, I think this is tapped out. Wait, do we... Oh, it's just a fridge anyways. Alright. Let's go over to the locked door then. I'm waiting for, like... I am pretty sure I closed that door when I left it. Is somebody here? Please don't tell me there's like a baby sister or something. Okay, everything is locked.
What the? Are you serious?
Oh, we're going back to this. Felix, early 40s, doctors. Heath, oh, let's see, address. Split up. Gavin Briggs, Spider, mid-20s? Oh, God, I thought he was younger. Drug dealer, keeps stash at Dingwall Tower. Is that a real place? Dingwall Tower? Special Air Service. Their motto is "Who dares wins," which I remember from Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah, I think I've heard that somewhere. Who dares wins. It wasn't from Metal Gear. I heard it from sorry, let me rephrase. I've not played Metal Gear, so I'm not saying you're wrong. I have no idea. But I heard it from some other source other than Metal Gear. Damn, she had a thing for Jack. Did she? I didn't see anything about Jack yet. Mina soliciting drugs. Smear taking hallucinogens. Former activist, Marxist. Dislike for Mina's military career. I don't know this region at all, so the areas that he has circled doesn't mean anything to me. Jack Smith, acting suspicious, Mole. Dylan Hughes, Dan Hughes, Mina, obviously. Advanced Dynamics, level 4 clearance, 15, yeah, that's the... where are you getting the thing about Jack? Like, just because this is here? Oh, wait, this is Amy. That's right, they were friends. Oh, because there's the one day that he was just being really weird when they first swapped bodies, Jack and John. That must have been when she put this up, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Okay. I can't open any of those. We will get to that, I guess, now. There's literally nothing else I can click on. Alright, let's do it. This is why you never write down your password anywhere, guys. Alright, the task at hand. From Peter Hale to Amy. Get it done. Oh. Original message. From Amy. Sir, with respect, I'm starting to have serious reservations about this assignment. When you asked me to investigate Hughes, I was appreciative of the trust when you placed in me. Pardon me. However, the deeper I dig, the harder it is for me to understand your interest in her. The Mina Hughes I read about at Sandhurst appears to be an idealized fabrication. In reality, she's ruthlessly self-absorbed, ill-disciplined, and engaged in numerous questionable activities, many of which pose a security risk. She clearly doesn't have Q3D's best interests at heart. Again, another accurate assessment. Sir, can I suggest we pause my surveillance here? Surely there's nothing further to be learned. The case against her seems open and shut. If this assignment has been a test of my loyalty to you and the organization, I hope I've demonstrated both. Obviously, I want to do whatever is for the good of the company. I just feel my skills could be put to better use in other areas. Get it done. And again, that's it. Alright. You were never here.
Son of a bitch.
This doesn't mean the note isn't from Dan.
You've been playing me, you son of a bitch.
All right, Hughes. Take a breather.
Could have just
If you
sacked
wanted
me.
me gone, you could have just sacked me.
Okay, you got me. Now settle down.
Amy's dead. So is a kid.
You're not here because you're upset about that, and we both know it.
He doesn't care.
You don't even care that she's dead. Why the hell have you been messing with me?
Because you got sloppy. You let Amy get to you. Your house isn't in order and you failed your psych exam. You know how many advisors told me to cut you loose? She's a has-been, washed up. But they don't know what you're capable of, do they? Operation Bloodhound? You just need the right conditions. And so here we are.
Bullshit.
You expect me to believe that?
It's the truth. Congratulations. You proved yourself.
Find someone else. Pete.
The portal's open.
What?
It's true. It kicked into gear about 25 minutes ago. We're not sure how long it will be stable, but we're good to go. We just need a candidate. Come on, Hughes. This is it. The big one. Don't you want to know what's on the other side?
I've been waiting up. Where the hell are you?
Sorry.
I'm sorry for not calling. Listen, I don't have much time. I need to talk to you about something.
What do you mean? You okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. But something's come up. I need to leave the country for a bit.
What are you talking about?
It's work.
Look, just come home and we'll discuss it, okay?
Be apologetic.
I wish I could. I wish I didn't have to tell you like this over the phone, but I have to go now. There's been no time to prepare.
Are you serious? You're working in the field again, aren't you? Is that what you've been doing all these evenings? Getting prepared? Hiding it from me? I can't believe you.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's basically it.
How can you do this to us? How can you be so selfish?
Selfish? I did everything you asked of me. I gave up everything. My life, my reputation. You think I like what I've become? I can't stand it anymore.
Oh, so now it's my fault. What about me? What about Dylan? When does he come into this?
She doesn't have an answer. The other two are really bad, so I'm not going to pick
I don't know,
those.
Dan. I just need to do this, okay? We can talk about this when I get back.
And when will that be? Right, you can't tell me, right? Could be any time. Could be never. I've had enough, Mina. I'm sick of it. I've bent over backwards trying to keep this family together with all your late nights and your weekends, but what can I do with this? I mean, do you think I'm a mug?
No.
No, Dan.
I'm serious. Am I a mug?
I don't know what that means, but it's
Maybe I
obviously not good.
If you go tonight, I don't want you coming back here.
No,
Dan, please. I have to do this.
Well, I hope it's all worth it. Because you have destroyed this family.
Oh, and that's it. All right. So I still don't know what Q3D is. So I'm guessing they're presenting themselves as some sort of tech or robot company. No, because there's obviously some sort of military aspect to it, or I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm caught up. Alright. Let's keep going. You know what this gives me vibes of, to be honest with you? Has anybody here seen Stranger Things? This is like season 3 with the mall. That's all I'm going to say in case anyone hasn't seen it, but that's basically what this reminds me of. So it seems a little obvious to me that Peter created whatever this is, trying to find her friend, and is trying to figure out what happened to her these past 3-4 decades, however long it's supposed to have been passed. Where are we? What is this? Kind of reminds me of an artificial environment. Actually, you know what this really reminds me of? Skip, if you're still there, did you ever play the Vault 88 DLC in Fallout 4? Because this looks like the half-finished vault from that. It's a private defense contractor. Think Lockheed Martin or Boeing. Okay. Well, it's not... Okay, so private defense is like the public face. Because whatever it is we're about to do now has nothing to do with private defense. Now we're in a locker room.
I'm glad you're here, Hughes. I need you on this.
I read the brief. An extraction mission. How do you even know she's alive?
Because she has to be.
What if she doesn't want
What
to?
if she doesn't want to come back? It has been 38 years.
38 years.
Those are your orders.
Okay, let me math real quick. 38. It was 1982, right? So 90. So this is supposed to take place in 2020. Okay.
And if I don't return?
I'll honor our arrangement. Your family will be looked after.
Thank you.
All right. Good.
Don't forget, we're making history here, Mina. If this transition works, who knows what we'll have access to? Resources, technology, culture? The extraction mission is just the first phase. This is the next frontier, right here. Now show them what you're made of.
Once she gets to the end of whatever this is, and whatever portal opens closes.
Depth reading, sub 300 feet. Counting down.
I legitimately don't know what Because the portal opened up in the vape shop. So are they going to intercept it from a different point? Like, are there multiple entryways? Like, I'm so confused. You'd be surprised what those defense contractors actually do. That's fair. Oh my god, am I about to go into a spacesuit? Yes, my very own Q3D power armor.
Monitor's set to record. Readings are nominal.
Environment at the horizon reads steady. Gravitation, electromagnetics, and radiation all within predicted norms.
This is definitely giving me Stranger Things vibes. And there's your answer about the prologue. It's funny that I asked it when I did, because literally all I had to do was keep playing.
Readings of 64 degrees centigrade.
I can feel an updraft from the anomaly.
Cooling system operational.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely was not that. Role reversals. Okay. Let's carry on.
Previously on Last Stop.
She's resting now, but she is stable.
I think I've made a terrible mistake.
Jesus Christ, Donna, that's Kidnap. Stay here. I need to see what you've done. You made it all up.
I think you actually saved me by not being here a moment ago.
If you want my help, you only have to ask.
Alright, let's see what happens now. Because the mother is now MIA, so... basically, it's just Emma and Donna. As far as they're concerned, their mother was never around. I guess they wouldn't even know who their mother was? Like, to what extent does this go? Like, does it completely erase everything? Like, do they believe they were brought up by... like, the system, the foster care system, whatever exists in Britain? They don't have to worry about the hospital anymore, because she's not there now. Oh, okay. I guess I just got my answer. Now Emma's gone. This is like something out of a horror flick, by the way. The way this is progressing. Oh, all of her stuff was taken out of the room. What's time?
What time is it?
It's almost 3 a.m.
Tired.
I'm so tired. Let me sleep a bit longer.
No. It's time for us to leave.
Why?
What are you talking about?
Get dressed. We're going home.
Your house near that chip shop?
I don't have time for your questions. Get up. We're going.
I'm guessing because he's aware that Mina just slam dunked herself into the anomaly. Well, this is a familiar scene, but we're not used to seeing Donna come up here. Okay. Oh, what now?
You always were such a child.
I wonder how many people would be better off if you weren't here.
Why didn't you want to see me in the hospital? Donna, I lied. I was with Becky that night.
We did it in the bathroom.
Who are they? They seem to know me.
Not like I. Now close your eyes.
Oh, don't tell me that was the whole episode. Oh, come on! Final chapter, the other side of the galaxy. Okay. We're going to take a pause. I'm going to enjoy some water. Because everything's converging to one great big climactic point. And I want to make sure I'm hydrated for it. One sec. Okay, yes indeed, here we go. I just realized all three of them went into the anomaly at the same time. It literally just dawned on me right now. Whoa. That was a cool effect. Hey, Mars! Oh my god, is this actually... Well, okay, other side of the galaxy, I guess. I should have realized aliens might have actually been a real thing.
Jesus. Who the hell are you?
Boy, senior. I don't want to hell.
You don't speak English. Great. Look, I need to find someone. Her name is Samantha.
Samantha.
She looks a bit like me, I suppose. Well, more like me than she looks like you.
I see more no. I say not by that.
Looking for a town.
I'm not sure you understand me. I'm looking for a town. Or a settlement. You know, busy place. Many people.
I'm saying that Cold Harbor. That is to be. That's about that.
Cold Harbor.
Oh my, China, my.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick pause. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I hear Cold Harbor, I immediately think of Molag Bal from the Elder Scrolls series. I'm guessing the nature of Cold Harbor was not just an original conception by Bethesda. There's probably some sort of... like, maybe that was one of the hells in Dante's Inferno or something. There's some sort of historical connotation behind that. I am just not well-versed in that, so... I'm assuming it's going to be something similar to what I have seen, though, so I'm curious to know where this is going.
Lead the way. Look at this wreck. All my gear's trashed. No water, no rations, unarmed, in the desert on another planet, following a purple-faced alien with bug eyes. Oh well, if he's all the way out here, surely it can't be too far to the next settlement.
There you go, optimism. Oh, we got drakes. This music is kind of whimsical. What the tattooing is going on? I'm looking for 2 droids.
Peaceful out here, isn't it? Sleeping under the stars like this. Takes me back to Afghanistan. Jesus, what's that? Like 9 years ago. It's basically an entire lifetime.
Should you put me out of my misery quickly?
Feels good to be back.
I'm glad that subtitles are on. Actually, maybe they would have put up subtitles specifically for his sections, whether I had them on or not. I just realized.
Kilar Haplon Fonte. Lima. Kalima. Manion Fonte. Sipta. Bilan.
Where are we going? Is she talking to us?
Stop asking annoying questions.
Fan capto licta somnila. Sima.
Why is he being such a douche?
Belafganilan simnipuna. San Sima Fonti Gani. Setlasso. Kilan fan kunama gipta siming. Gani von Zulan Gold Harbor. Golita Sani Mosa.
Enough of this.
What the hell? What'd you just do? Where's she gone?
What?
What are you talking about? I'm sitting right here.
No, that shouldn't be. That's not the way it works. You shouldn't remember.
Not
The way what works? Have you done this before?
She must be adapting.
Have you ever done that to me? Or someone that I know?
Quiet! That's the last time we'll speak of this. Am I understood? Do you understand?
Who is this guy? Oh, he did not like the trip. I am very curious to know how all three stories are going to intertwine here. And how Samantha relates to all this.
This place.
Oh! Maybe that's... Okay. Thought process here. Maybe Alan is a family member of Samantha's or something like that. Somehow discovered this, all of this. And now he's looking to trade Donna for Samantha? Like maybe Alan is like her father or something like that and is trying to free Samantha by replacing her with somebody else. I mean, they don't look the same, but maybe he thinks they're similar enough. I don't know. Okay, I'm spitballing here. Interesting theory. I mean, I'm not saying this so that you will confirm or deny. Obviously, you're not going to give it away, but I'm just trying to give my thoughts as everything happens. Because it's really bizarre how all of a sudden he's mistreating her like this. Like, talking down to her and being kind of mean. So, unless he doesn't actually care, he's just looking for a suitable substitute for the real reason why he wants to do this. Alright, anyways, carrying on.
What?
Huh?
Village Peko.
What? Oh, those tokens. One moment. I've got one here somewhere. Ah. Here you go. Okay. Frank, you better be here.
He didn't seem to notice that he was missing one. That still bothers me, by the way. Well, they survived the night. That's good. Oh, am I controlling you now? No, I'm not. Okay.
Seems like we're getting closer to some sort of civilization.
That's a yes. You call it a cold harbor.
Oh, you are kidding me. You speak English?
Only little. Me listen, me understand better.
Why didn't you say something earlier?
Very tired earlier. Now, not so tired.
Fine. Well, tell me something about Cold Harbor.
Big place. Many people.
Sure. So, what is this place anyway? I mean, why is there this portal underneath the ground that led me here?
We not know. We have not enough money to travel far. We only come hold harbor for how you say, no limit, Texas Hold'em.
How do you know what that is?
Very popular in Cold Harbor. Win money, lose money. Very painful, very fun.
Maybe Samantha's got something to do with that.
So he's a gambler.
Where can I sign up for a game?
Very high building. Man in office, show you.
I guess he wasn't that concerned about getting eaten during his sleep because he should have said that in English. None of which I can talk to. Okay, moving over. I guess we'll go up. Hey, Diversion, how's it going? Were you able to get your 6th badge?
This is something.
Oh my god, this really is Tatooine!
Here, Cold Harbor. You welcome. I go now.
Okay,
Hey,
thanks.
wait a second. Thanks for your help?
Good luck. Try not to die.
Good advice. Oh, it's Frank!
It's you. You're here. Hello? I'm Frank. You don't remember me?
No.
No? Oh, sorry. I haven't got my human face on. How about now?
You're him? You're the guy from the station? The grumpy old git who fell over? You're Frank? I should box your ears in, you terrible bastard!
Okay, now settle down. I thought my brother gave you my apology.
Still mad about it.
Stop me being any less mad about it. By the way, thanks for meeting me at the entrance, making me walk around this place on my own. How'd you think I was going to find you?
Sorry, I've been a bit snowed under. There's been a lot of new customers interested in vaping round here.
Does it look like I care? I haven't got time to mess around. Have you got what I'm after? Come on, I've got to get back.
Right, of course. You're gonna need to use this bracelet. Put it on your wrist and link hands with the person you want to switch bodies with. Pretty simple, really. Oh, but just FYI, you can only use it once. Just saying.
Don't want to use it more than
What
once.
do you think I'm gonna do? Make a hobby out of swapping bodies?
You won't be the first.
All right. So, how do I get back then? You gonna see me off?
What do you mean? Just go back the way you came and use your return ticket.
Return ticket?
And there's the wrinkle.
You do have one, right?
Shit.
No.
No, you did get one.
Just give me a new one.
Oh dear. Sorry, I don't have one.
What? No, bullshit. Come on, hand one over.
I'm serious. Those things cost an arm and a leg. Does it look like I'm made of money? Look, your best bet is to speak to the head council. Explain your situation. I don't know, charm them. Who knows? Maybe they'll take pity on you.
Okay, we're gonna pause this real quick. Let me catch up. Told you, certainly the devs were inspired by Star Wars. Oh, heavily. There's no way that Tatooine was not thought about when looking at this. Like, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but that definitely reminded me of Tatooine for sure. Ponytail evolved, got badge number 6. Congrats. Then found out I should have had Fly like 2 badges ago. Yeah. Fly generally is not that late of a game HM to get. Like, that's why I was shocked that you were like 5 badges in and you hadn't had it yet. Been walking all over for nothing. Well, you got experience. some extra money. Found some new Pokemon, possibly. Saw the sights. Did you get it then? Like, were you able to find it? Alright, let's find out what's going on here.
Let me ask you a question.
If you must.
That time I told you I was visiting someone in the hospital, but couldn't remember who or why. I was there visiting someone, wasn't I? Someone close to me. And you vanished them. Her! The woman from underneath your house! Mum!
Donna, you're so confused. A silly little girl. You're lucky you have someone like me to look after you, to put up with your nonsense.
So it's true.
True, isn't it?
Careful.
No! I'm done listening to you. I remember them. You're a monster! Why?
Because you're mine, and they got in the way.
Why?
Shut up, unless you want to end up like the rest of them.
What is your obsession with her? I don't understand. Alright, maybe I'm not right in that regard.
Excuse me, are you two here to sign up for the poker tournament?
Just run.
Run!
What's going on here? Are you with him?
He's a murderer!
My daughter has a very active imagination.
Please.
I don't know why, but when this part happens, it always cracks me up. I never expect it to happen, and when it does, it's like some sort of weird Terminator-style threat assessment. It's so bizarre. It doesn't feel like it's part of the game. Where am I? You did get it, okay. I googled when it made me walk across the game and then back across again. I was like, there's no way it wants me to do that. Yeah. It's weird how much backtracking there is in that game, though. Like, even... Like, some of them were just pretty much a straight... Like, I remember Gen 5. I know you're not a fan of, like, black or white, but... Like, half the map was literally just very straightforward. Actually, even the second half, which was post-game, was pretty straightforward, too. All the townships were very easy to figure out where you had to go next. But even Pokemon like Red, for example, I think the most backtracking you had to do was, like, whatever you had to do to get back into Saffron. And they still positioned, like, the underground paths in such a way where you could make it to Celadon City, and then you made it to Fuchsia via the bike path. It's just, it's very strange how it's set up. But anyways, I'm glad that you now have Fly. Hopefully it'll make navigating the map a little easier. Does that mean Staraptor is going to be... Actually, no, it doesn't matter, because HMs aren't behaving properly anymore, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just went off into thought there. I was going to ask you if you're going to keep Staraptor now because you have Fly, but I forgot. Random Pokemon can come and just help you. You don't necessarily need to have a Pokemon with wings to fly you anywhere. Just wild Pokemon can come and help you out, right? So, okay, anyways. Let's assess the threat. Thank goodness this planet has breathable air. This must be where the guide intended me to go. Wait a moment, what's happening here? They're both human beings like me! Something strange about him, though. This isn't right. What's going on here? She's gonna get vanished. Girl, helpless, tired, kidnapped? Man, something strange in his eyes. No sign of fear. Seems unpredictable. Dangerous? Imminent threat.
Come on, you're coming with me.
She's mine!
Stabbed. Oh, he's bleeding green! Now he's weak. Are we about to see his real face? Oh, hi there.
Right. I'll just come back later.
So let me get this straight. You've swapped bodies with someone younger, fitter, and healthier than you. You've shaved 20 years off your life, dodged a heart attack, and you want to switch back. Because...
It's the right thing to do. This is sod off.
You always do this. Pry into other people's business.
sometimes you just need to hear it from the other side. That's all I'm saying.
What are you doing here again?
My job.
My job, actually.
Right, your job. Doing what exactly?
Doesn't matter anymore, does it?
I can't believe I killed him.
Have her back.
You'll always remember your first one. You should be lucky that you know he deserved it.
Hello? Hello? Guard? Can we talk? I'm not supposed to be in here. There's been a terrible misunderstanding.
You're wasting your time. They probably can't even understand what you're saying.
You can wallow in your own self-pity if you want, but I'm not giving up yet. I've got a daughter to get back to.
We know. That's the 10th time you've mentioned her.
You don't have a family?
Husband and
Yeah.
son.
Married. A little boy as well.
Divorced, I take it? Or are you one of those mums that just leaves a kid with a dad while you do your own thing?
Oh, shut up, will you? You don't even know what you're talking about.
He nailed it on the head, actually.
All too well, believe me.
Yeah, just both of you stop.
It. Both of you. There's no point arguing.
Of course you'd say that. You're the reason we're all in here. You're the murderer.
Wow. Harsh.
Yeah, sorry it was a bit.
If you both think this is my fault, I won't blame you for throwing me under the bus. It's not like I've got anything left anyway.
No, look. I'm sorry. I'm just stressed, that's all. I know you've been through a lot. We should stick together.
He's right. It's only a matter of time until we're questioned. It won't help to be at each other's throats. Let's just see what tomorrow brings.
Oh, look, it's tomorrow already. Yeah, gems aren't tied to a Pokemon. Yeah, okay. Oh, are we gonna be judged?
Kilan doth lani, Husan doth rinta.
Oh, that's freaky.
Sulan, Las futapim ganifa, Mol yuriv sitkim han. Suni falimar kasabron hulan sikafil himakutan. Lusa man. Simna luta, mon fika prino kisan. Foli kuna gari man fispa. Luka con gari. Miradon.
Shocked face.
Nothing good.
Huka fon pisatula ini komi. Pita man sutalon farima kunu. Pita man yote fakali no fika plum notica. Pita man foco pasa. Samigon divan punu. Lon sik fam halikin. Luka min filaman gipt suka.
Am I gonna have to pick which one's gonna die?
Crimes of trespassing and murder in the first degree. I take the power that is vested in me by the city of Gold Harbor to sentence these intruders to death.
No! Stop! It was me! I killed him. Let John and Mina go. They had nothing to do with this.
Donna.
Silence! This chamber need not hear from you. Solomon,
Wait! Don't you want to know how we got here?
you will find out.
You'll never know if you kill us. I've got information.
We don't need your information. We've got your entry vehicle. Putika Vasika. It's only a matter of time before we learn who sent you.
Then I say, get down. Mina Hughes, authenticate! All right, now! Get down!
Are you gonna blow up?
There's an opening. Come on, let's go.
Kilan Kuna!
Oh, okay. That was a lot.
My ears are still ringing.
This is mental.
Oh, okay.
See that?
Just keep moving. They'll be coming for us in here. We need to find somewhere else to hide.
That thing that exploded. That was yours. How'd you know they'd bring that up out of the ground? What?
I didn't. I'm just winging it like you.
Are you serious? I thought that was part of some grand plan. So we actually almost died back there.
We got lucky. Look, we're not out the woods yet.
They've sounded some sort of alarm.
The whole city will be on alert.
This cannot be happening.
What are we gonna do?
Just run.
Come on, Frank. We seem to be heading towards the market again.
Shit.
Come on!
Keep going. Don't stop.
Oh no. What are we gonna do?
Jump! Wait!
Oh, crap!
Oh, that didn't look...
Everyone all right?
God, I didn't do that in my old body.
I think the table broke my fall.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I landed directly on the concrete.
What the hell are you doing in my pub?
Oh!
Samantha?
Who are you?
Phillips Blacko!
Behind here. Go. Zini Danu.
Flank. Primni knock.
You can come up now.
You're Samantha.
Haven't heard that name in a long time. So let me get this straight. Peter Hale sent you.
That's right.
Little Pete. Oh, that's a blast from the past. And weird. I'm surprised he still remembers me. What's it been, 40 years?
Sure, let's find out.
You're not childhood sweethearts.
What? No, I mean, Pete was okay, but no. He didn't think that, did he?
He did pour his entire fortune in to find you.
Shut up. Is he rich?
What am I going to do when I get back?
Do you have anywhere to stay?
Have you got anyone you can stay with? A relative or friend?
I feel like I should be crying. I should be, shouldn't I?
Your hand's clipping through your shoulder there. It's the adrenaline.
It's the adrenaline. As soon as we're safe, you can take some time to process everything that's happened.
Listen, I don't know what to say to you. I'm sorry you came all this way, but I don't want to go back. I didn't want saving. My life's here. Maybe 20 years ago I would have been jumping for joy, but not now. Too much has changed. I got a husband, kids, this place. You understand, right?
I think I do.
I think I do.
I'm sorry that Pete is stuck in the past, but Jesus, it was 40 years ago. Let it go, mate.
I don't think that's fair. You disappeared
People don't want to let go.
in a giant green light.
I feel sorry for them. How can you feel happy with your lot if you're always looking back? It's not healthy.
It was weird.
Right.
Look at me, the philosopher.
No, you are right though. I think I've been guilty of that. I wanted this job more than anything. I thought that it would change things. What a mess. People have been hurt. Killed even. Shit. Amy. Dan must hate me for what I've done to him. And for what he doesn't know about. Jesus. What's wrong with me?
Okay. Armchair philosopher maybe, but definitely not a therapist.
Sorry. I'm just having a mini meltdown here.
Been there. Take it from me. It's never too late to pull it back.
Anyway, what shall I tell Hale? If I get back, that is. Not that I give much of a shit anymore.
Tell Pete that... I don't know. Tell him it's very sweet of him to do all this. Actually, don't say that. Sounds too condescending.
Could tell him you're dead.
I could just tell him you're dead.
That works.
I'll tell you what. If I survive this operation, I'll come round and make sure you're okay. Alright?
So you're definitely going to swap back into your old body?
Can't let Jack die.
I can't just let Jack die.
Yeah.
I think you're really brave.
I am, aren't I?
Alright. Take it down a notch there, John.
Okay, it's getting on. I can't keep the bar shut for much longer without starting a riot. Plus, happy hour is starting soon, so this place is gonna get hectic.
We get it. You've done more than enough. Thank you.
Okay. Well, listen. The only way you're gonna get out of here is through the portal chamber.
What's that?
The entrance is this big, ostentatious opening that looks like a flower. I mean, you really can't miss it.
I know it. That's the way I came in.
But guys, it's no cakewalk, alright? It's heavily guarded, probably even more so after what you did earlier. I'm not sure how you expect to get past them unnoticed.
I'm picking one. Mina, I guess.
We'll think of something.
Well, good luck.
I thought she was about to volunteer. Oh, why does it look like a flower sticking its tongue out? That's so bizarre looking.
Okay, we got 2 armed guards.
What are you thinking? Take them out?
Too dangerous.
Too risky. That's got to be a last resort.
Furrow your brow.
Diversion. I can do this.
John!
Hey, fellas!
What's he playing at?
Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Oh shit!
Okay, let's move. Donna, go back and get John.
What? Are you crazy?
Go.
Oh god. Is there gonna be like QTEs?
What the hell am I doing?
It's weird that the boost buttons sound like bubbles popping. Run, John!
I wish I was too old for this shit!
John! Over here!
For anyone that doesn't know, that's a play on a Lethal Weapon reference.
Nina's in trouble! Come on!
Oh. Well, alright then.
She took them all out.
Bloody hell, Mina.
Come on! We're leaving!
Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, where are we? Oh, we're back at Q3D.
Come on, let's go.
That's what she said.
Sorry, it looks like I'm falling behind here. Sorry, I took a shower, then got distracted with basketball. No worries, Skip. Is your team winning? Are you winning, son? Why are you being attacked by the dudes from the end of the Shivering Isles? Are you talking about the Grey March? No, they were crystallized men. These guys are just armored. That entrance looks sus. It was a flower sticking its tongue out. And we went down the gullet of the flower. It was so weird. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. My team not playing? Yeah, great March. Alright, so the short version is Alan got killed. They were all going to be sentenced to death. They managed to escape, and you literally saw the very tail end of said escape. That's the short version. Please tell me you still have the bracelet, John.
Are we just going to walk here in silence then?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Are we safe?
Everything. Literally everything. What was that place? Why is it underground here? How many other people know about it? Are we safe? Are they going to come for us?
It doesn't matter. It's done now.
Donna's right. And it's probably a good idea none of us speak of this again.
Why?
Why?
I don't ever want to think about that place again.
John, listen. There are people who will make you shut up, all right? Take it from me.
Fine. It's not as if anyone would believe us anyway.
There you
I don't
go.
know what you're complaining about. You got what you came for, didn't you?
Have you decided what you're going to do?
We're gonna switch back. That's not even... There's a very distinct look to that, so I'm wondering if everyone's gonna have a very specific option that pertains to them. Oh no. Tell me it's just a nightmare she's having.
No.
Hello, Donna.
What do you want?
You killed me. You let me down.
Get out of my house.
I've come to give you one last chance to redeem yourself for what you've done.
You killed them all. Get out.
But I can bring them back, Donna. I just need something from you. A promise. A contract. When you eventually meet your end, 5, 10, 50 years' time from now, you'll join me here. You get to live the rest of your pathetic life with those who you call family and friends. But after that, you're mine.
Why?
Forever.
What is your obsession with her? I don't understand this guy. No, go away.
No. I won't do it. I don't care what you say. I'm not doing anything for you.
You disappoint me, Donna.
You hear me? Get out! I never want to see you again.
And you never will.
What a complete mess! You've really embarrassed me here. I vouched for you, remember? I gave you your shot, and this is what you do.
As I said, she was dead.
How very convenient for you. I've had enough. We're done here. I'm putting you in a different department. It doesn't seem like I can trust you with anything important.
What?
Don't bother. I quit. I only came so I could have the satisfaction of saying it to your face.
Now that is funny. Surely you, of all people, should know I can't allow that.
What you gonna do? Have me whacked? Just try it.
Maybe you should look at these. I imagine they would make for good reading material for the people down at Scotland Yard.
You set me up.
Yeah, you must have seen that coming.
Now do as you're told.
Alright, what's your option gonna be? Swallow pride and protect quit and face the music. Redeem yourself.
I'd rather be locked up than waste a single second more with you in this place.
Hughes!
I don't understand why he's so upset. Like, he doesn't genuinely believe that over the course of almost 4 decades she could have passed away? Like, really? Y'all are in like a foreign country or some shit now. Yeah, different planet actually. It's a thing. We were in Tatooine, basically. Mina looks like Amelia Earhart or some shit. Is that the Queen of Dragons? What's her name? Daenerys? I don't remember what the actor's name is, but is that the one that plays Daenerys in Game of Thrones? That's the woman who flew planes. Okay, what? Stop judging me, alright? I don't know. The name sounds familiar. It went missing. Okay. You chose all my choices? Oh, really? So I'm guessing she's a historical figure then, of some sort. Oh, fine. Judge me all you want. I don't care.
Ugh.
How is all this going to play out? Okay, he survived. Oh, no.
See you later, Jack.
Later, Molly. On Thursday, yeah?
Yeah, catch you later, mate.
Okay, they already switched back.
Last one home's a rotten turnip.
Donna's the one I feel the worst for here, because like she's genuinely alone. Becky didn't get teleported away, did she? That's a different uniform. She looks like she's ready to be like on crossing guard duty or something. So that was the right decision for her. Face the music. Her family is still together, though. The only thing I don't know for sure is if I picked the right option for Donna. Like, obviously, for Donna herself, in the long run, it was better for her, but all those people are still missing. Who's this? Okay, that's the original pathway. He looks familiar, actually.
I knew it!
Oh, Ron! He was the streamer guy that they went to. Hooked on a healing. Thank you, Bettina. Those are some fast-moving credits, wow. play out here. Let me catch up here real quick while these are gone. I am so disappointed in the Canadian education system. Look, I am not... This is really loud. I'll wait until the credits are done, because I feel like I'm yelling into the mic. Actually, no, maybe I can... Hold on. We're laying that to bear. Okay, there we go. Or we could just... Okay, it resumes it. It's just this loud. Oh my god. Okay, there. I turned it down by about 15 decibels, and it still feels like it's loud in my ear. Alright, let me know if the sound seems absurd. Where am I at here? Oh, right. I was about to defend myself. So, I've never been good with history. So, me not knowing historical figures is not necessarily reflective on the education system. I've always been more of a math and logic type of panda as opposed to a memorization of what happened over the past however many decades. Thank you for playing. Okay, well, that was fast. Achievement unlocked. Last stop. Okay, that's it. Beauty. Alright. I'm going to play catch up again and then we'll move on. To be frank, all I know of the Canadian education system is from Degrassi. That's like me assuming that Beverly Hills 90210 is reflective of the education system in the States. Funny thing is she doesn't look like Amelia at all, just more like a woman from that time period. How long ago would that have been? Everybody in Canada goes to high school with Drake in a wheelchair. Oh, jeez. Oh, the wiki on Amelia Earhart. Okay. I will look into that after the stream, Skip. Thank you for the link. I didn't make the contract like with Donna. If I was her, I would go mad waiting for on the eventual death just to wait for the guy on the other end. The podcaster guy. Yeah, it took me a minute, but I realized who it was. Why did the door just suddenly open up to the gate? That part didn't make sense, other than just to show that Ron got what he wanted, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't sell my soul to a random fucking guy either. But here's the thing, though. The insinuation is that Emma no longer exists. Her mother no longer exists. Somehow Donna's memory of them came back. So I don't know how that reflects the real world now. Emma's fiancé doesn't exist. And Vivek doesn't exist. And I'm not sure about Becky. I don't know if he ended up doing the same thing to Becky that he did to the other four. But they don't exist anymore because Donna chose not to give in. Whereas they might have come back if she had said okay. And that's one of those choices where you wouldn't really know how you would decide unless you were in that situation. I'd like to think. Now the Doctor Who and credits? Trippy. Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by that. For nothing, like, what was she getting in return for going with him after death? Her friends and family coming back. he was going to, I don't know, revive them or whatever. Sound is better, yes, okay. To be frank, it's to be fair. Whatever. Yeah, you're right, Skip. Besides, Jack said he would visit Donna when they get back. I believe that still happens after this. True. But, like, her life would be better now because all of her friends and families would have been back. Like, she still seems to have been in a good place, all things considered, right? The only thing that bothers me about this game is where Alan even came from. What his obsession with Donna was. It clearly had nothing to do with Samantha. So why were they at the High Counselor's Hall or whatever? Like, what was his existence in this story? Makes no sense. And I guess we would know if I had chosen to sign the contract. Like, he seems to come across as some sort of like a devil personified, just for the sake of having the devil personified in this. I don't know if that's what they were going for or not, but that's what it seemed like. Donna didn't get her memory back. She just knows those people existed, but doesn't know their relationship to her. Oh, okay. I mean, she flat out says she remembered her mother. She didn't really mention the others. I don't know. This game doesn't really have any good endings either, same as Life is Strange. I mean, I don't know. I think John and Jack's ending was pretty good. I mean, it sucks that he's in a wheelchair, but he made a new friend. He's still alive. Everybody has their proper bodies, and they're all able to carry on. Like, it's unfortunate that he's in a wheelchair, but everything else actually worked out for him in the end. And I mean, obviously for Mina, going to prison is obviously not ideal, but I mean, she did a lot of messed up things. Like, I don't know how much of this you actually were able to see, Skip, particularly when it came to Mina's story, but she was very, let's just go with unlikable. Like, she made me facepalm quite a bit with some of the decisions that she was making. So all things considered, I think even if she got hit with something that technically wasn't her fault, there were other things that she did that she... What am I trying to say here? She didn't do some great things. So she got hit with the one bad thing that she didn't actually do. But, I mean, like, even then, she could have saved Amy and didn't. She literally backed off and let her die. So even that, an argument can be made that she should have at least tried to get an ambulance or help her in some way. I don't know. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts on, like, a good Samaritan law kind of thing, but I mean, she managed to keep her family together, so, because she's a bitch. I guess the guy's like a succubus of sorts. Yeah. I mean, I guess. But it doesn't... I mean, I guess the only way to find out what his angle was is to sign the contract and find out. And even then, there's no guarantees. I could see them just bringing all the friends and family back, and Donna just lives about her life, and she looks happy, and then they'll cut to, like, an angle where you see him just, creepily smiling at her, and she looks, scared because she knows that he's waiting for her. And I don't think they would have actually explained that. Hey, being in a wheelchair means you can be a famous rapper. Yeah, there we go. So, John can just become a rapper. Yeah. Why not? Mina's a character you love to hate. The devs did a great job on her. I'm just glad that she was able to come around at the end. Like, I honestly thought it was going to keep devolving for her situation. New season of 2K tomorrow. Oh, nice. What are you laughing about, Skip? Oh, the rapper bit, probably. Alright, I'm assuming there's any DLC of any kind. I didn't see anything when I bought this. It's just, yeah, all of that stuff. Other. Okay, yeah, that's just... Yeah, okay. That's it. I kind of want to make a PG. No, though, let's do it. Oh. What? Oh my god, Skip. What's a PG? If you want, you could check out the other endings on YouTube. Oh, point guard. Oh, yeah, I never would have... I knew I didn't realize you were still talking about basketball, and I probably would have gotten that anyways. I probably will, Betito, just because... but I won't be streaming that. I'll just do that on my own time. And the laughing is because I'm not playing that game. Alright, fine. Okay, we're going to wrap up here. Thank you, Betito, for suggesting this. I will admit... This is not a game I necessarily would have added onto my list if you hadn't suggested it. So thank you for suggesting it. I did enjoy it. It did have its moments where I was facepalming, wondering what the characters were doing. But I did very much enjoy this. Skip, thank you for hanging out here too. Glad you came back. Okay, I'm going to wrap up here. Wow. What's next? So, for anybody that read my ginormous essay of an announcement post last weekend, I did tease that... oh, God, how did I word it? I want to word it the same way. I'm going to be jumping into something a little more unusual, something that you wouldn't necessarily see on my channel. That's the extent of any hints I'm going to give. But you'll find out on Sunday. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow night too. I want to tackle the Far sequel. I had played Lone Sails before streaming it, and I would very much like to see what the sequel looks like. So I'm going to try to stream tomorrow night, and then there will be a new game on Sunday. Drugs are next. Nice. I read, but I have the memory of a fish. That's okay. Halo campaign. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to jump into something more unusual. Yes, that's exactly what she said. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to wrap up a bit early here tonight. So, yeah, I will post on Discord if I will be able to stream tomorrow night. I don't foresee any reason why I won't be able to, so we should be jumping into that. Otherwise, I'll see you Sunday. All right, have a good night.